Okay, today I'm drawing a Jordan 5 Dark Concord. Get it ready for you. Here's the shoe. Now let's get to work. Alright, purple shoe. As far as the color, I mean it's a white shoe, but purple's the color on it. And it's barely got it on it, but it's on there. Get it all situated. Pick the color, a little bit black to start with. And just get the general shape of the shoe and stuff. Get my flow going. Drawing shoes is fun. I can remember even in 5th and 6th grade drawing shoes, trying to design my own running shoes and different basketball shoes. This would have been in the early to mid 90s. Shoes were real big in the 90s, of course, and I mean, they've been big since, but all these retros were new shoes at the time. So it was kind of a new thing as far as design and such. Shoes were changing all the time. And the Jordan had come out back then, and every year was a different Jordan, just like now. So that was something to look forward to each year, and the innovations. And it seemed like in the 90s there was a lot more tech innovation, of course, like maybe not even necessary innovations, just tech innovations, changes. So a lot of them stuck, the carbon fiber shanks and different types of air, like Air Max and Zoom Air and all the different airs. All that seemed to start in the 90s or late 80s. I love to have those memories of it, and I'm glad I lived during those times. Anyhow, back to the shoe. I'm now doing a little bit of a purplish tone and cutting out the shapes and getting it to look like what it should. I've always loved the Jordan 5. The reflective tongue is really cool. The first Jordan 5 I ever saw was the black tongue in 4th grade. And yeah, then I saw the reflective tongue really soon after, but I didn't know what Jordans were until the Jordan 5. So it's always been kind of I don't know, a special shoe to me that way, just because it was the first Jordan I ever really knew of, and that shoe caused me to find out who he even was. I had a friend who was very aware of Michael Jordan, and I learned from him. Different color of like a pinkish purple, getting it going more, or this may be the same color, I can't tell. But just carving it out, getting that color to show. Details on the heel. little cushion, and then you got the air vent. Do the little meshy rubber air vent there. Make it happen. Some dots to give it more of that look. Alright, now it's starting to look like a Jordan 5. Add a little more color, a little bit of a bluish tint. I like using a lot of color if I can. Some drawings you just can't, but the more color I can put in, the more I will, because I like colors. To me, there's so many colors in a picture you don't really notice when you're just looking around, but if you really look at something, you realize it. And even sometimes it's when you paint it and just try the color, you start to realize that the color does exist in that. Here's another blue around some edges, give me some more details. More dots. That same rubber's on the tongue, so we'll try to make it a little noticeable. A little more blue up around the tongue. Just a little bit of detail in there. I like where it's going so far. A little bit of grayish colorishness, I could think. I guess you'd call it that. Like a metallic paint for the tongue. It's as close as I've got to that color. See where I can put this little bit of gray. A little more around the toe. Add a little bit of color here. And that mesh part, it's kind of tricky part of the shoe, but nothing to be afraid of. Just a little bit of an enjoyable part of it. Do you have a favorite Jordan? If so, just tell me about it. Which one is your favorite? And what color? I'm not sure which one is my favorite Jordan. It keeps changing. It used to be the 5s, and for I guess most of my life, it was actually the 6s. And if you draw, holler at me and let me know on here. I always like to connect with artists. Alright, got a lot done now. Let's find a color. Okay, here we go. Now let's do some white. Gotta lay it on. These are paint markers. I really enjoy them. They're a lot like painting. It's as close to painting and drawing as you can get. You just keep on going. The paint, the way it works together is very cool. I'm using a black paper, so I feel like it works really cool with that too. Well, there's the finished product. Somehow the footage got cut short, but it was still a good video showing how I did it. I don't understand where the rest of the video went. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching.